I'd always wanted to live in the States from the get-go. And it was actually New York. New York was always my target. You know, life just threw these curveballs in female form. And these women had me going to different places and not New York. So first was London. I thought I was on my way to New York. I was there for 10 years. And then an opportunity came to go to LA, and I thought maybe that was kind of my stepping stone to New York. And now I've been in LA for 7 years. So it's just funny how things work out unexpectedly. And what I found coming to the States was, more than anything, it actually allowed me to reconnect with roots I had very young, growing up in jazz music. In the UK, we were fully involved in an electronic underground dance music scene. And in that time, like elements like jazz, soul, funk, Latin, all these things had to be very subtle, if at all. And I found coming to the States that, I think because the tradition's here, the music's from here, it just kind of invited me to return to that side of my musician a little more. And it was cool because I hadn't played an acoustic piano in 10 years in London. I was like, no, I don't do that. I'm DJing, I'm remixing, I'm doing beats, whatever. And then I come to the States and suddenly I'm playing like with some of my jazz heroes, and I'm playing piano. And that was very cool, just to, more than anything, to remind myself that, you know, the music is so much broader than any one aspect. You know, whether it's either of those, looking at, say, a piano or a drum machine or jazz or hip hop or house music, because, I mean, I don't really care. Like, some people have an issue when it's like, yeah, man, you're not house enough. You're not jazz enough. You're not this enough. It's like, come on. It's just music. You know, I swear when Parliament Funkadelic came out, there were some funk fans who were being like, yeah, this is not funk. And that was funk, you know. So it's an interesting journey. So for me, house music was a love-hate relationship at first. In the very beginning, it was in New Zealand, going to a club. I was playing in this club where on the one side there'd be like kind of hip-hop, b-boys, and kind of like groove collective style jam sessions. And then the second room had acid house. So when we weren't playing, I'd go in the next room just to have a look. And I wanted to shoot myself. I mean, I was like, this is not music. You know, I'd see girls I'd know just in there pilling up and dancing hardcore. I'm like, what are you doing? Like, I love it. It's amazing. So I didn't get it. And then I actually found, when I moved to the UK, the more I collaborated, I developed an understanding. Basically, I didn't understand before the breadth of it. You know, when you're in somewhere like New Zealand and you hear acid house, there's no reference to disco or techno or boogie or anything. It's just like, it's this one weird subgenre that's like the bastard child. You go to the UK, the whole history is right there. You know, they've taken from everything, they've got their own thing. A big part of it actually came from being under the wing of Phil Asher. Phil produces under the name Restless Soul. He's often referred to as like the masters at work of the UK. You know, soulful, very heavy on the beats, and very musical. So I could relate to his whole approach. At the same time, what was happening in West London with the broken beat community, we used to call that music house, not house, when it started, because it was house tempo, but the kick drum wouldn't be on the 4/4. So the kick drum would be broken, but the groove would be house. And for me, that was cool because it was super funky. You know, sometimes with house music, I'd be like, it's not quite funky enough for me. I want more movement in the drums. So I ended up living in this world kind of right in between the two. As time went on, I just became a sucker for it, man. I mean, you know, a great house track is the same as any genre to me, any track. A great track's a great track. For me, it was a matter of connecting with those tracks and artists and kind of vibes that just gave me goosebumps and made me want to dance or produce or whatever it would be.
So, you know, playing an arena, I've never done arena tours, you know, to see him coming, I'm still thinking that's some sound guy or whatever, and he's going, da, 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 and I go, huh? And he just stole on me, pop and clocked me like right around here, like he got me good.
Nas is like, yo, it's a pleasure to meet you, and Kanye is like, yo, actually, like, there was a track that I think that maybe Nas had gotten from No ID or something that actually Kanye had done. So he's like, actually, I'm on this album of yours. I did this track actually as a ghost producer.
I'm shook. They didn't find anything. talking to Chuck. I was like, Chuck, man, did you hear there's a bomb threat in the hotel? He's like, oh, that's nothing, Lord. You remember Flavor in 87, there was a bomb on the stage? Flavor's like, yeah, boy, there's a bomb on it. That was crazy, G.
And when he shook my hand, I just wasn't the same since, you know what I'm saying? So I think he passed along something in that shake